Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today is actually going to be a crazy one because I'm going to show you guys how you can make some hard-hitting beats just like this. So for these hard-hitting beats, I feel like going for something more orchestral, pretty much something like the song Hot by Young Thug and Gunna. So that's why I'm going to start off with this Session Horns Pro in Contact. Just make sure that you open up the performance one so you can have several instruments playing at once. So for these beats, you want to keep the BPM around 115 to 125. But for this one, I'm going to go in the middle and keep it at 120. And the key is E minor. So you want to start off on a root note like this, then just make a triad. And then we're going to add another E on top. Now we have this. So I'm gonna pitch this down one octave, and then I'm gonna add some transition notes right here. So I'm looking for these half steps right here, and I'm gonna put one note here and one here. Then you wanna make sure to shorten them as well. Now you wanna do the same thing over again, just make a triad on both of them. But I don't want it to go from this low to this high. So I'm just going to take the top two notes from the chord and pitch them down one octave. Then I'm just going to copy this over, so we have this. But we need to switch it up on this second bar. So I'm going to pitch this up by 5, and then I'm going to lower this middle note right here down one octave. And then I'll just copy this over, but instead of having this hit twice, I'm just going to have one hit. And then I'll just copy this over, and now we have this. Now I just want to switch it up on this last part, so I'm going to just copy this chord right here. And then we're going to copy the same chord from this one. Since we want to have a smooth transition over to this chord again, we're actually going to copy the same chord in here, shorten it. Then I'm actually just going to lower this E by 2 semitones. Now it should have a smooth transition to the whole melody. Now we basically have the brass melody down. All I want to do now is make sure that I strum the notes just by hitting Alt-S on my keyboard. And then we of course need to add some effects to the brass. So I'm just going to start off with some basic roam. Not too much though. Then we want some RC20. Turn the wobble up a bit. Then some EQ. Now the thing with these brass and orchestral type of melodies is that they usually turn out pretty stale, so we definitely need to add some more movement to the melody. So I'm actually going to use this reverse Celesta in mallet flex, and then I'm actually just going to copy the melody from the brass, but I'm going to pitch it up one octave. And then I'm actually going to cut out these first parts and just leave the second part right here, but I need to extend it so it hits the bar. Maybe up one more. Yeah, that's it. Now for the effects on the reverse mallet, I just want to add some reverb. And some RC20 using the sad piano preset. Now I definitely want to keep the melody super simple for this one, since the drums is really what do the magic on these type of beats. But it definitely needs a bit more, so we'll see if we can find a sound that complements the brass, and maybe we can add a vocal on the end as well. So I found this lead guitar in Arcade. I just made sure to pitch it up one octave. If I just need to add some reverb to this, then it'll sound good. Some EQ, just to cut out some of the high frequencies. Just a bit of saturation so it mixes well together. Now the melody is still a bit empty in some places, so I definitely want to see if I can add a vocal where it fits in. So now I'm pretty much envisioning where the drums go, so I know that the clap goes right here. So I'm gonna see if I can have a vocal that cuts right before the clap. That could be nice. So the vocal I think can sound crazy as long as we have the drums there. So I think you guys know what time it is. Let's get on to the drums. Now to start off with, on these hard hitting beats, you definitely want to have an open hat on the first hit. Just make sure it's a short open hat. So I'm gonna go with this start open hat in my No Limit drum kit. Just make sure you put it on the one right here, and I might actually put it on the second one right here as well. Now for a clap, I'm gonna use my go-to clap. Now for the hi-hats, you want to have something with a bit of power, but definitely not a long one. So I'm gonna use this famous hi-hat from my drum kit. And just make sure you leave a lot of space between the hits. So now I'm going to bring back the vocals, so we'll see if we can match it with the drums. So you can see it fits together. Now let me show you guys the main part. It's the 808. So pretty much what you guys are looking for on the 808, you want to find one with a lot of high frequencies that's super hard hitting. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely go with this radio 808 in my No Limit drum kit. It hits super hard. So when you're writing in the 808 melody, you definitely want to leave a lot of space in this first section right here. And then you can actually make it a bit more busy on the second part. So as you guys can see, I know that the vocal hits right around here before the clap. So I definitely don't want to have no 808 sitting right there. But on this second part, I'm making it a bit more busy so it fits a bit more with the melody. And then we have the last part of the vocal on this section, where we have a roll on the second part, just to give some momentum for the second part to hit extra hard. Then we just want to layer the 808 with a kick on the first hit, just so it hits a bit harder. That's nice. Now, since there's still a lot of space between the melody and the drums, that's definitely a positive thing, so the artist can have his own space. But we still need a bit more bounce, so I'm gonna just add some percs here and there so it fits a bit better with the beat. Now we have a nice bounce going. So remember guys, if you want to use the same drum sounds as me in this beat, make sure that you just cop the No Limit drum kit using the link down below. And that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoy the beat.